Okay, so I added up here I added servo.h that imports the servo, and when you have that, you're gonna do servo equals my servo. This is just the name. My servo, actually that's not the name. This is the name. So basically, my servo is like servo is gonna have now my servo. So whenever I call my servo, it calls servo. I have integer of position 0, float speed of the arm equal to 4, float obviously, and then integer angle 90, integer bump count 0, integer timer back 0, integer backwards duration 5. Make sure you add in move arm into the sequence. Make sure there's no comma at the end. Also, make sure you have the semicolons after every single thing. You will get an error if you don't. So after we start, hold up, actually, yeah, void setup. I have it so it immediately moves the servo to the 0 position. That's so it's directly upwards. And it goes my servo, which is the variable that we declared, attached to pin 4, which is the servo 1 pin on the simple RSLK robot. And we're going to set positions equal to 0, and my servo right, which means move to position 0, which is obviously 0, so it'll be a 90-degree angle. Now in the void loop, this was all in the void setup, so this happens immediately when you start the robot. So now in the void loop, we have let's see, right here, this is the crash. But before that, I'm going to show you the arm movement, which is a move arm, case move arm, which is what we declared up on the top right over here. Case move arm is my servo right position. For position is equal to position, position is less than or equal to angle. So for position, until it's equal to less than or equal, no, blech. While basically it's like for the position is equal less than or equal to the angle. So if it equals the angle, then let's go to the next step. So until it's not the angle, which is declared in the beginning as 90, it will continue to loop this section, this for loop right here. So for position is less than or equal to angle, my servo move position plus 1, so it adds 1 to the position, and delay a little bit to control the speed of the arm, and then it keeps doing that until the position is equal to the angle. Make sure this is here so that this right here can affect the actual position, like the position value in the variable, and so it doesn't just add 1 to 0 and then add 1 to 0 and add 1 to 0. Instead it adds 1 to 0, making it 1, and after that it adds 1 to 1, which makes it 2, and 1 to 2, 2 to 1, 3, 3 to 1, 4, etc. After that, delay just by a second, so it has a second to recalibrate. Not recalibrate, but if you're moving the robot, if the robot's moving, it will probably shake a little bit when you move it that fast. So I have that to minimize the shaking. And then now it's the opposite. Now it's going to 0 because it's sweep. Goes to 90, goes to 0. So it goes to 90, goes to 0. 90, 0, 90, 0. And then now it's the opposite. So instead of plussing, you start you're subtracting, and then the speed is actually a bit faster here because I don't know why, I did just up the personal preference. And delay 900, so it balances back out. Okay, so, but keep in mind that, where is it? Move arm is a case, and to make a case happen, it has to go through a bunch of other cases. So, and how we do that is when it crashes. So we go to crash, And then once we go to crash, bump count is equal to 1. The reason why I have it here is because bump count is just in case. Hold up, let me do paint. Paintbrush. This is like the little things that are like little cups that are on the field, right? And we're going like this to the whatever. Don't mind that. So basically, in case we hit one of these guys, we do not want it to move the arm from up to down. So I know that for a fact the path that it follows will 100% hit this. And because of that, I have a counter, so it's at 0, but every time once it bumps this, it adds 1, and it bumps it, moves it down. Alright? And once that count is 1, basically if the count is equal to 1, state move arm. In any other case that this has crashed in, it's just gonna turn again. Okay? So obviously the only thing I added was this, and this. And then I also did move backwards, which I gotta figure out where it is. It's probably in the turn or something. Where's the backwards? Oh, right here, right after this. So now this is to move it backwards. So after it bumps into it, for timer back is equal to timer back. Timer back is less than 3. I really don't know how I figured that out. I think it was like I was using similarities between the servo. So I did for timer back is equal to timer back. Timer back is less than or equal to 3. Right motor directly right motor direction backwards, so set motor on, but it's gonna go backwards. Set motor on, left motor now backwards. Set motor speeds, both of them, base speed a little bit slower, and then the delay is gonna, so it just like, but it's not gonna look like that. It's just gonna be a lot smoother, like, and then timer back adds 1. So until it equals 3, this thing will stop after that, and then it's just delayed a little bit, and then it's going to state the crash one more time. But as we stated before in the crash statement, bump count is +1, so now it's 2, so it will not move the arm again, and instead it will turn gyro, and turning gyro will turn at a slower speed at an angle, because when we go into the thing, hold up, Control Delete, because I hope you guys realize that okay, we have that cone, and we're going at an angle like this, so we're hitting the wall at an angle, and we're starting off in this direction. So to compensate for that, once we hit this wall, it will definitely be facing forward, actually, because it goes like this. But to compensate for that, we will adjust the angle from here. So it's the gyros knows that this is 0. So if we just have it turn 90, it's just gonna face this way. So we asked it to turn like roughly 200. So it's gonna be facing the way back, so it doesn't veer off any of this and become stupid and dumb. So yeah, that's that. And yeah, that's basically the entire thing. And that's it. Yeah, that's all I edited. All right, bye bye.